Hi everyone. So I'm assuming you've gone through and created your Quick Labs account, but if you haven't, please do so. I'm just going to create a fake one just for the purposes of doing this. Henry, whatever, it doesn't matter. Company, just call it whatever you want, right? I'm going to call it Henry. Password doesn't matter for now. I am not a robot. Motorcycles, okay. I love doing these. So much fun, right? Okay, let's click create an account. Okay, message with the confirmation link has been sent. So that's why we have this over here. No reply, perfect. This guy. And confirm email address. Okay, now I need to sign in. And perfect, I am in. Okay, awesome. Next thing we have to do is we have to find a LookML course. There's one right over here called Applying Advanced LookML Concepts in Looker. Any LookML, any Looker course will do. So if you just Control F Looker, there are 2 Quick Lab courses you can choose from. Okay, we're going to choose this one over here. We'll click Begin. And actually, before we do that, let's look at the other course, because the other course might have a longer refresh time. Okay, no, it doesn't. So let's go back over here and go over here instead. Okay, once you're in this course, or I guess they call it a quest, what we're going to do is click enroll in this quest. Okay, and again, the only reason I'm doing this is for people to get access to a sandbox environment. If you already have one, you don't need to do this. So we'll click enroll. And then basically what you've gone through now is you're basically taking the first part of this quest, okay? Getting started with Liquid to customize the Looker user experience. Now this is a development topic. You don't need to actually go through it, follow the course instead, but we're just going to click it and then click Start Lab over here. Okay, let's click that. And then what Google does for you is that it creates your, this is so annoying. It basically creates your own Looker environment for you to use. How am I supposed to do this? Is the tire part of the taxi? I don't know. Okay. Over here, what we're going to do next is we're going to select Open Looker. Okay. So just click that, it'll open up a new tab. This is your Looker instance, your very own, and it's just you, by the way. It's not shared with anyone, which is the coolest thing too. You're going to copy your username that Google gives you. And you're going to copy the password that Google gives you. Okay, and then click Log In. Okay, perfect. Once you're on this page, you're at the right spot. This is basically where the beginner section of the course starts. So if you're at this page, you're good. You do have to follow the next lecture too, though, where we basically bring in element rentals data into our Looker instance. But before I do that, this is what I was talking about the 1 hour refresh time. So when this counts down and goes down to 0, then it'll kick you out. And then you'll have to go back in here and do the same thing again. You have to go back in here, end lab, click Start Lab, the counter starts again. Also, what happens is at about 30 minutes, it gives you a little notification that says, hey, are you still using Looker? And when you get that notification, make sure you click the button, I'm still using Looker, because if you don't, then it'll actually kick you out after 30 minutes, okay? So make sure you do that. What we're going to do over here is we're going to just select End Lab to simulate what would happen if it did count down. So if it did count down all the way to 0, you would just see this. And if I go back in here and refresh the page, this basically, I guess this still works, but it will kick you out in a little bit. What you'd have to do then is go back in here, click Start Lab. And sometimes this takes a little bit, so probably just refreshing. Oh, that was a reCAPTCHA verification error. Okay, that's interesting. Let's start lab again. Ah, perfect. Okay, and now you can just open up Looker and do the same thing you did before, and you'll have the new environment, right? So that's the bad thing. If you don't have a Looker instance, you have to do it yourself using the Sandbox environment. And again, I'm going to do this with you, so I will go through the pain of doing this with you. You know, I love my students, and I just like I obviously want to understand what they're going through. Now, one thing you will find is you can only do this lab, I think, 10 times. Okay, but not to worry. If you go back, there's other labs, right? So we did this one, but then there's this one has an environment, this one has an environment. So you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 shots, and 50 times 60 minutes, right? 50 times 1 hour is 50 hours. So you have 50 hours of Sandbox time to use, but it's virtually unlimited because you can just keep creating more accounts, right? It's totally up to you. Now, what I would recommend, if you like using Looker, obviously buy it from Google. Get your company to use it. They're very quick and very fast at that. But if you're just using this to learn and you don't have a Looker instance, then this Sandbox environment is used for you to be able to learn Looker. Awesome. And that is how you set up the Sandbox environment.